Hey, what's going on? This is your boy James. This is Having a Conversation. I like to talk about different things out there, pop culture, world events, just different things in the world that I think we can do better with as people. And now and for the future generations. And right now, as you can see, I hope that's facing forwards, because it looks like it's backwards in my camera. The N-word. And I think this is a very touchy situation. I think this is a very touchy subject because there's, you can't say it and you can't say it and why you call me that? And you're not even black and we don't know each other like that type of thing going on. And the fact of the matter is, I have strong opinions about this word that we have right here. And I've been really pondering over it and really thinking about it. And people say you take the power away from the word by using it all the time. It's not even about the power of it. I mean, as you can see, number one, people have died from it. And these are going to go in succession. They're going to flow into each other. People have died from it in slavery times. Back in the 1800s, when we were coming over here from Africa, being slaves, yada, yada, yada. They were forcing us to do labor, things like that. And people got beaten for it, called this name. You know the drill. You know history, and it's just people didn't want to tolerate that, and for those reasons they lost their lives. And that brings me to the second point. It's not about the power, but it's about the history of the word. Say, okay, I like using extreme to paint pictures, and this is gonna be an extreme, but I need to use it for painting this picture. When a human being gets taken advantage of, and I'm talking about rape, that person doesn't just throw around that word today, rape. Or say, for example, Holocaust. People don't just throw around Holocaust, do they? It happened to a group of people a couple hundred years ago, whatever, but people don't just throw those words around. So the reason why I say it's about the history of the word is because the history of the word is not intended for good. It was not intended for good. People of this and Caucasians called slaves in the field that word. And it's sad because every time the word was used, it was used in a derogatory manner. It was never used in a going to the next part, rap stars, it was never used in an endearing way. Rap stars right now use it in an endearing way, which I completely disagree with, because that word was never on the endearing end. Let's say, for example, women like to call each other bees. How is that an endearing thing to call a woman, your friend, or another woman? It's not. Anyway you chop it up, a bee, B-I-T-C-H, is a female dog. So how you're endearing your female friends and everything by calling them a female dog? How you endearing your off-color friends by calling them that word, N-word? When you hop in your car, it's a car. You don't say car for sandwich. You don't say car for bike. You don't say car for bus. You say car for car. Building. I have to go to that building over there. You don't say I have to go to that hut and call it a building. You don't go into a supermarket per se and call it a building. People usually call buildings skyscraper type things. You don't go into, I don't know, you don't go and call a tire a wheel or circle or something like that. My point is that there's a lot of things out there, you call it what it is for what it is. And from what I've seen living, there are only a handful of words, the N-word and the B-word, that people say, oh, it's a term of endearment. No, it's not. And rap stars, in my opinion, have been brainwashed over the years, and this word has been passed down generation to generation as it's okay to say it. Say it to your homeboys, say it to your friend circles. No. The N-word is bad. It's not a good thing. I was a buddy at work he found a little thing on the internet. Fat Joe used the word, and he explained, I do it for my culture, or I do it because of the culture, something like that. He said, I probably have to find that on the internet and upload it for y'all. But the explanation that he gave is almost like he's justifying using a derogatory word for good. And in my opinion, there's never a good excuse to use the N word for good. There's never an excuse to use the B word for good. There's never an excuse to use any type of word that has negative historical connotations in a good way. There's never any excuse to do that. Rap stars have been brainwashed, and they're brainwashing the youth right now, putting it in almost every freaking song. That rapper, can't even think of his name right now. He basically his appearance for, let's just say his appearance is Caucasian, but he's a mixed rapper. I think his name is it's not NF, it's another guy. He has said it in his raps. He says he's a mixed rapper, but it doesn't matter. Nobody should use the N-word. It should have been buried in slavery times where it originated and where it laid. No excuse for using the N-word. Rappers set better examples for children who are listening to your music. Rappers are not role models. They're artists. That's it. Love you guys.